Hello, growers. Protect your crops from harmful insects with Modern Growers Insectanet. This top-tier insect netting made by Modern Grower shields your plants from pests and harsh weather, boosting your yields without harmful sprays. Insectanet's unique design allows 90% of the light to pass through and is easy to use with low tunnel systems like our Quick Hoops. It's soft, elastic, and durable, perfect for field use to help ensure that your crops thrive. Say goodbye to pest damage and hello to healthier, market-ready produce. Invest in Insectanet and see the difference it makes. Get Insectanet at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below. How much of a challenge has selling online been when it comes to, I'll say, field management in terms of inventory? Megan, you mentioned that earlier, having to do that. Is it a lot different than running a farmer's market booth where you pick what you pick? You kind of have some idea of what's in the field, but when you're selling online, I mean, you need to know if you have 50 bunches of this or 100 bunches of this, because it's a big difference. If you listed at 100, you only had 50, you're in trouble. So from the technical farm management side, how different has it been managing inventory?
It is quite different. And I think it does take a few years of experience just observing the growth in the field at different times of the year as well, because the rate of growth changes so drastically in the summer to the fall and spring. And, you might get a hailstorm. You predicted you have 100 bags of spinach, but you get a hailstorm in between the time when you counted that and when you need to harvest, and that crop might not be salvageable. So there are definitely considerations there. We've been pretty lucky. We try to be a little conservative with our guesses. And then if we do have extra, we can donate to the food bank, or just, like Jesse said, fill the bags a bit fuller, give them a little more abundance if we had more than we expected. But it is a steep learning curve, and it does take a lot of, I would say, years of observation in the field to know. And also pests can come in or they're just lurking under the soil. So you think you have 50 bunches of radishes, but when you pull them up, they're not quite what you expected. So that is something to consider for sure.
It is it's a whole new task that you didn't have to do, because now Megan on Monday afternoon is like doing a whole farm walk inventory. Whereas beforehand, it was just like more closer to market or harvest day. You just, how many are ready, harvest what's ready kind of thing. And I would say, the experience I think comes big, because like Megan has more experience than I do. And so she is better at, knowing like as she mentioned, like Monday to Friday, we make our inventory on Monday, harvest on Friday. In April, you make a guess. It's very different than right now in mid-June. And, it definitely takes some time to be able to figure that out. And it's, I don't know. It's a learning curve. That's why she does it more so than I do.
We have occasionally had to refund people. We didn't have the zucchini count that we expected because we had some cool nights and they didn't size up like we thought. But usually people are pretty forgiving of that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's just one item out of the 14 they put in their basket. They're pretty forgiving.
Yeah, and we can refund them, or we just tell them next week we can give you that item and you can kind of work it out. And when you do make those mistakes, it kind of like pushes you to be better at predicting so it doesn't happen again. So then it doesn't happen that frequently.
How does that inventory in the field tie into how you decided on when your store was open?
Well, for us this year, we again tried to simplify even further from last year. Last year, we had to do inventory twice a week. We had to open the store twice a week and then harvest twice a week for our local versus the Kitchener, the Waterloo residents. This year, we do the inventory one time, open the store for our CSA members on Tuesday, and our retail members on Wednesday. So the CSA members get first choice of all of our items that week, and then whatever's remaining in the store, the retail members can access. And this, for us, that gives us Thursday and Friday to complete the harvest. So typically we harvest everything on Friday and pack it all to bring to them on Saturdays. But if it's a really hot week and, Friday's going to be 33 degrees, we can do a little bit of pre-harvesting early Thursday morning or split it up just to make sure that we have enough time to do what we need to do if it's a really big week. So we realized that we need to have kind of 2-day harvest zone to make sure that we're able to do everything without overworking ourselves on the Friday.
If you enjoy this podcast, then be sure to check out Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, where you can get your daily dose of farm wisdom. Tune in every day to learn the latest tips, tricks, and stories from the world of farming. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just getting started, our podcast has something for everyone. Join us as we explore topics like farm business, crop planning, soil management, and tools and technology. Start your day off right with Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe today.